100 episodes in a row. This is the Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff YouTube channel. This live stream is every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, unless we have a random different time because of travel. And this is the Doctor's Orders live stream, where essentially we pull back the curtains to show you guys everything behind this company, Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff, whether it's the people that are running the company, making the products, whether it's showing you guys the facility, whether it's bringing you in and becoming part of the creation and inspiration process, to just simply learning about their music and coffee and tattoo taste. It has been an absolute honor being a co-host for 100 episodes. We're not changing. Nothing's going away. We're just going to continue to evolve, get bigger and better. And fall is coming. I have a feeling that this is going to be an amazing kind of lunchtime visit for so many new beardsmen once we start to hit this fall and bring in more members of this community. So, wow. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for every like. Thank you for every share. As you guys come in, I do invite you to do those for free. If I could, I would like to welcome in the man behind the scenes, and my job is to get him more in front of the scenes because he is a genuinely amazing human. Someone that I call an actual friend, someone that in our household is viewed as family, somebody that does way, 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 way more than you could even realize, even though many of you are saying to yourselves, Nick does a lot. When does he sleep? How does he get this done? Trust me, without any kind of exaggeration, that doesn't even begin to tell the story. This guy does cybersecurity. He does consulting. He is a father. He is a husband. He is a community member. He also likes to enjoy himself in life, whether it's working on cars, whether it's getting tattoos, whether it's going on some kind of electric vehicle or the beach, or just simply hanging out with friends, or who knows, having a text conversation or phone call with a friend in need. Please help me welcome the owner, the founder, and the amazing doctor himself, Nick Phelps.
Oh, why, thank you, sir. How kind.
Of course, man.
And I will say, I have one correction there. Co-owner.
Co-owner.
You know, I gotta make sure we know. You know, everyone knows that this is a dual-headed monster here. It's like, if you're gonna slay this dragon, you have two heads to cut off, which is like, it requires the special sword. You got to go down, down, up, right, circle, square. You know, the whole thing. Man, no, 100. I remember when we started this. I think we did have a conversation where we were like, well, how many of these are we going to do? And we're like, I don't know, maybe we'll get to like 100 of them or something. I'm not really sure. And man, here we are. And the cool part is, I thought for sure when we were first talking about this that I would be very, very sick of doing this by the time it got to 100 episodes. But now I literally couldn't even imagine stopping it. Like,
no.
Good day, bad day. It's like it all, you know, kind of comes out in the wash here. And I think it's, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I've gotten used to it, but beyond getting used to it, I don't know. I kind of depend on it for like I know it's, you know, I know what time of the week it is when we do this. It's like a delimitator almost.
Oh, it is. And you guys, you don't realize that this is kind of our compass. It's like our home base. Mm-hmm. This is what we come back to. No matter how crazy things get, sometimes we have super active and engaged weeks. Sometimes we're different. And then we all come back together, Nick and myself, first and foremost, but then the community, checking in with people. Sometimes it helps us clear cobwebs and like, oh, yeah, we do need to focus on this. Oh, yeah, you guys are amazing. Or the opposite. And it's like, oh, my gosh, all these things that we've been worrying about and stressing about, this is what it's all about right here. So sincerely, a home to us. And I don't think that's possible with 100 episodes in a row, nearly 2 years, right? Just a month away from 2 years without us absolutely enjoying it. If we thought that this was a task, if we thought that this was work, we would find excuses on vacation. We'd find excuses on work travel, on family sickness to get out of this stream. But we don't, because we prioritize you guys, we prioritize the stream, and we just enjoy it.
It helps.
It really does.
Off. It's like all those things, like the detractors away from what you would normally do. I feel like you find it easier to pull yourself and make excuses for things that, you know, either make things worse, they keep them the same. It's like a grind, you know.
Yeah.
But when something's like it's like the gym, you know, it's like if something's like a positive influence, if something's like a way to make yourself feel better, then, why would you ever find a reason to not do it, right? It's kind of one of those things.
Truly. And if you guys get any of that, like, I can speak for myself and Nick because we haven't talked about it, but this is kind of like our therapy. Nick and I have a therapy session with ourselves before the stream. We have it with you guys during the stream. If you guys just simply get a lunchtime entertainment, if you guys simply get the fact of like, man, there's other people out there that think like me, that go out about their life on a daily basis, or even if you just get food for thought and you're like, man, I never really considered this, or I never really knew that, that's a positive to us. And it truly has never been about sales. There's never been once an episode where Nick has gotten off this stream or Jill has been messaging and been like, oh my gosh, we didn't get any sales this week, or oh my gosh, we got 10 sales out of that live stream. That's never happened. If those things do happen,
never looked.
No, never once. It's never even crossed my mind to ask you or bring it up. It's not a thing. It's inconsequential of what we're trying to do here. And so, man, and to show you how amazing that is and how we take pride in this being for everybody, this is the mother of Dr. Nix right here. This is Julie. She said, proud to be the mother of these people. Got to leave for an appointment in a few minutes, but huge happy faces to all.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Nick will be out there to see you, next month?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be there. We are going to be there August 22nd through the 26th. So flying in on Thursday, heading back on Monday. Get to do the weekend stuff, and Jack and Jill get to meet all of her church friends, the church family, so we'll, it'll be great for them. I got to meet everybody last time I was out there, which was cool. And, but they'll get to meet everybody now too, which is awesome.
So cool. And Moose says, if I don't have the Dan C. Dr. Nick streams, my day feels incomplete. Love that.
Love it.
And Will says, hey, Dan and Nick, this stream is not about sales. It's about connections, the information, the value these two amazing men provide to this family. Too.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, man.
Come on, man.
And that's it. And you know what's funny is I have sales reports canned, like pre-programmed reports for just about every other thing that we do from like a promotional kind of aspect that does drive sales, but it's weird. Not only have I never looked in the hours of like this stream to just kind of quantify any kind of monetary benefit. I don't have a report for it. I don't, it's like one of those things where it's like, until you just said that, I'm like, oh yeah. Well, most streams are to drive sales. Huh, I've never looked at ours.
No, and
you call that irresponsible or genuine. Right. I don't know what that is.
Right, and the value, we're not downplaying the value. I had to really get Nick on this, that the value of this is just getting to know the company. And so I know, as someone that doesn't have any shame in directing people to quality products and quality companies, because I know that's beneficial for your appearance. I know it's beneficial for your mental health and, heck, physical health. If we're talking about a company with no synthetics, with no fillers, with nothing that's going to be harmful, everything's legal and safe. I take pride in that. I don't think there's anything wrong with the sales approach. This just has value in different ways. This has value long-term. This has value that enriches a community that you literally can't measure. It's impossible to measure the value of a stream like this other than your guys' words.
You just said it, and actually it rang a bell in my mind. It's the difference. This stream is the difference between having money and having wealth.
Yeah.
Right? Because wealth is something that it's generational, right? You build it, right? It's something that builds over time, and you nurture it. Right, it's not like you won the lottery and got a single check and all of a sudden you're wealthy, right? No, that means sure you got plenty of money now, but there's a difference. Like with this, I feel the community that we built is the wealth behind Dr. Nix. Like this is what makes Dr. Nix Dr. Nix. Without that, it wouldn't be anything. And so I think the intrinsic value of the community is just far more important than any monetary, comparison, really.
Facts, absolute facts. Thank you, Leo, for the kind words and the congrats there. And and in case anybody didn't catch my stream last night, we are in Columbus, Ohio for the week. It's like a family, I don't even know what you call it, vacation, work trip / productive trip. Essentially, Maddox has an opportunity for a really cool camp all week with the Columbus crew. We drop them off at like 8:30 in the morning. We pick them up at 3 p.m. And then we kind of work and find stuff. The other kids are resting right now. And so, yeah, so I'm in Columbus, Ohio all week. And yeah, absolutely loving it. And JB, you're right. That's another thing that's really nice. JB says the sales will happen naturally because the stuff is too dang good. And when Nick and I do talk about stuff like this, when you feel companies trying too hard to push, when you feel companies being too plentiful, even companies that I enjoy, that I love, that I respect, when you're seeing an email every other day, when you're seeing just like the push that's over the top, eventually it wears on you. But what doesn't wear on you is quality, cravings, and coming back over and over again. And so not having the fear and the push to have to like drive sales actually just makes them happen. It just makes them so much more pure and so much more fun that way. Really does.
Man. It really does just completely change the whole feel, you know.
Yep. And kind of last thing on this, but Nate's exactly right. And somebody on the other side, not a company, Nate said, from my perspective, Nate says people that truly understand marketing realize that the direct sales value isn't the whole picture.
It's not.
And I of course work with a lot of companies, guys, whether it's a live stream, whether it's a review, and I get feedback in every shape, size, form. I get companies that are mad. I get companies that are ecstatic. I get companies that ghost me, and everywhere in between. The worst ones are, though, when it's a review. A review for me is a review. Since day one, Nick can verify this, Nate can verify this. They didn't know me before reviews. Absolutely. I go in and it's just to give information. I have never once done a review to drive any kind of sales, ever. And as a result, though, there are some owners that aren't on the same page, and they'll come back and be like, man, we did not even do this many sales. How do we bump this sales up? How do we do this? I'm like, listen, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm simply conveying my experience and sharing information. And the ones that don't understand that and that value, they just don't make it. And it makes it really hard to work with because all they see is this video went and this sales happened immediately. And their window's too small. They're looking at a week. They're looking at 2 weeks. When this is a long-term game, you guys, Dr. Nick's has been around for quite a while now, and they continue to plan on being around. So if you guys align with that and you love that, just know that that is the core of Dr. Nick's, and I've never even seen, felt, or heard a sliver of anything else. It is genuinely about the people, the products, and the future. That's it.
Hey, I mean, that pretty much sums it up, man. Nailed it.
Yep.
I'm so glad we give you that feel, because that truly is the way we feel about it. So like, it just knowing that it comes off that way is, is awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, so one of them that's been a hot topic lately, and this is why we love this stream as well. JB says, I thought about that with the deodorant being still pending, right? They're working on it. They're testing, they're researching. It just shows how much we can trust the brand, making sure the product is rock solid before selling it to us. And if you didn't have this stream and you didn't get to know Nick and Jill, a lot of people could attribute negative attributes to something taking longer, to something not being available right away, where a company could turn around and say, hey, it's out here, and they make money right then. You guys have gotten to know them. You've gotten to know their process and their standard of excellence, and that exactly shows you what it's about right there. Yep, a lot right there.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Man, I love that.
Nate, that's huge, man.
Yep. And we do want to say, too, we didn't put it on the title. It's not in the description. There is not a story about it on Instagram.
Nope.
Because this was not meant to bring anybody in. This was not meant to grow this community today. Today is about celebrating you guys. And Nick, and then we have one additional one, which I'll say here. But Nick, what did you come up with, and what did you have as an idea for our people, our community today on episode 100?
Oh, man. So obviously we kicked around a bunch of stuff, right? And it really, honestly, it kind of came to me this morning where it just felt more right than anything that we had kicked around previously. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, we talked about this before where we knew we were going to do some cool stuff today, but we didn't want to broadcast it because you guys are the ones that got us to 100 episodes. Why would we want to bring in people that haven't been here for the whole 100 episodes and along for the ride the whole way, supporting us and making it so this is what we can do, Why would we bring those people in and give them a chance to steal the thunder away from you guys? So first and foremost, like this was a non-advertised just giveaway for you because we appreciate you. And what I decided to do this morning was, figured it's 100 episodes. Let's give away 100 ounces of Dr. Nick's products. Let's just swing for the fence. 100 episodes. You guys did it for us. So let's give away 100 ounces of products, and we're going to split that across 2 people. And I'll give a quick rundown of what they are.
So, what? Yeah. Did we just become best friends?
We've all already been best friends.
Stop.
That's old news, you know.
Stop it.
Oh man. So here's what we got for you guys. Okay. We got 2 giveaways. One's slightly larger than the other one just to make the numbers work, but one of them is 58 ounces and the other is 42, which is the answer to the great question, as we all know. So what we're doing is the 42 ounce giveaway is going to be, Yule Tree body wash. It's going to be a Yule Tree beard wash, a Yule Tree beard conditioner. It's also going to come with an unscented face wash, an unscented butter, a Yule Tree oil, and an unscented oil, all going to one person. 42 ounces of goodness coming right at you. The next one, 58 ounces total, is going to be a peppermint rosemary body wash, along with peppermint rosemary beard wash, beard conditioner, hair wash, and hair conditioner, all peppermint rosemary, unscented face wash, unscented butter, peppermint rosemary oil, and an unscented oil for a whopping total of 58 ounces of awesome stuff coming to your mailbox. So 100 episodes, 100 ounces, 2 winners coming right at you.
My goodness. Yes, let that sink in. An ounce of beard oil. If you got a full-size beard oil, it's making your week. We're giving away 100 ounces of all natural, amazing products. And speaking of amazing, you guys, like your comments literally make my day. Moose says every episode is just the Step Brothers rerun episode, and I'm here for it.
Like, no power tools. Do I hear power tools?
James, what's up, man? Mr. Hanson, how you doing, Chef? He says, congrats on 100. And then we have these giveaways. We got to get a big baby out there. And G Squared says, we keep it 100 here at Dr. Nick's.
That's right. That's a fact. Keep it right at 100.
That's a fact. No doubt about it. And on top of that, you guys, we have I actually have it down, Dan B, and that was why I said I had an additional one a little bit. We have a combo that was purchased by Dan B that's going to be given away to one of you guys, and it is going to be for an oil, butter, and growth stem. So the growth oil, a normal oil, and a butter, one of you is going to win that courtesy of Dan B, and we will be doing these. Yeah, we'll be doing these at the end of the stream today, man. It's so cool.
Right on. Thanks, Dan. Again, man, that's awesome. Appreciate the contribution.
Yes. And so, yes, when we say the ounces, Nick did lay them out. They will be specific. It's not 42 different beard oils.
Nope. If you don't like it, play it forward.
Yes. That is genuinely true. So we will be doing those, you guys. But before that, we just want to kind of talk about and reflect on the 100 episodes. We're also welcomed any questions or anything you guys want to go over. And anything that stood out to you guys where you're like, I love this aspect of the stream, this is a perfect time to drop that. Not fishing for any kind of kind words or compliments, but if there's things that you guys enjoy and like about it, maybe we can build off that. Maybe we can double down on those aspects and see what else we can do. I would ask you to keep it positive. We're not exactly looking for like constructive feedback right now on what we should do differently. There could be a time and place for that, of course. But just looking for things that you've enjoyed. And again, any questions, like our guy, Detecting Michigan Boy says, Nick, have you ever thought about like a reward system with like points or any kind of system with Dr. Nick's? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we have. And there's a couple of them actually that I have on my list. One is a reward point system where you can build up points and exchange them in for, for gift cards, products, whatever you might want to do. The other one is something that another non-beard company that I buy stuff from does, which is when you refer somebody that's a new customer, You can give them your, you can give them your referral discount, and it gives them a discount on their first order, and it gives you back point bonuses. So where, you get a percentage of their first purchase stocked up into your Dr. Nick's bank. So
that's cool.
It's kind of funny because I really want to do that part of it, and I kind of don't want to do it without it, because I just kind of like the whole ball of wax there. And I figured out a lot of the rewards points piece of it, but oddly enough, the refer someone and get points back is a little more complex. So I had to kind of table it for a little while because it was taking up a little too many mental cycles, but it's coming. Absolutely. I love it.
Awesome. Great question. And Timothy, so I have we've actually worked through a huge list of topics and ideas for the stream. I still have a small list of probably 4 or 5 that I'm just waiting for the right time on. But yeah, the Nick Taco Tuesday episode is literally on the list. And just to be blunt for you guys, life has been pretty chaotic for the Nick household and for my household, especially, end of summer stuff and kids. That's one thing, but also family health things going on. So once we get a little bit kind of more normalcy and everything kind of slows down a little bit, I could imagine early fall would be a really good time for like a Taco Tuesday type stream.
Dude, I want to do that one like in my kitchen.
Yeah, me too.
The camera across the kitchen island, and I literally want to like have lunch, talk about some tacos, talk about, oh man, we gotta bring Sam on for that one, because he's, if we're making tacos now, I mean, I'm hooked on Sam's hot sauce. So
same. I just got a new order in.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man, it's like I stay up on that stuff. It doesn't even run low in our cabinet anymore. Like it's there. So
yeah,
if we're putting his sauce on tacos and talking about food, we got to have him.
Yeah, I love that. So yeah, Timothy, it's coming. We also have some guests that we want to interview, some really cool like niche guests that have different specialties. So stay tuned. We're pumped. And if you guys ever have topics that you want us to like dedicate an episode about, send us a message on Instagram, whether it's Dr. Nix, whether it's myself. You can send an email too as well to Dr. Nix. The email is always on the bottom of the website. And I kind of make the list and come up with like what we're going to do. Me and Nick brainstorm. We come together. We agree. So shoot those out anytime and be happy to take them into consideration. More beard fluffs and knot ties. All right. And you guys can't tell today, but I have tied it. It is, I went normal. My shirt isn't the best background, but I do love it. And it was it's so hot here in Columbus this week. So hot, so humid that I normally can get away with it. But today already it wasn't playing ball. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to tie it up, and I don't hate it. And Nick's got the bun going on today.
I do. Yeah.
You got butter?
Huh?
You got some butter in that, boy?
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's hot, man. It's hot, and I got some butter in the bun.
Oh, baby. Better than the oven. And Ken says, biggest positive, break up a long work day with friends and humor. Dude, that's what it's about right there. That's what it's about. Man. G Squared said, I just remember discovering this company, then really enjoying the full transparency. At the time, it was so refreshing. It didn't hurt that Nick and Jill had a lot of great stuff in common. True. Yep. True.
Man, yeah, and it's funny you say that too, because there was a little kerfuffle there for a while with a bunch of people doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So I totally get what you mean, man. It was like it was a breath of fresh air for me even starting.
Yeah.
Like, this is how this is supposed to feel.
And it is. Yeah. It is a weird concept, right? It's a weird concept to talk so openly, even about the like hurdles and problems and things that go on. Oftentimes companies, and I get it, but they want to just hide those things. They want to push it to the side. They want to have this aura of perfect legitimacy and essentially seem bigger than they are. And I get that. I fully understand fake it till you make it kind of approach. With Nick, it's like, he's like, this problem's going on. I should probably tell people. And it's like, oh my God, that's crazy. But it makes so much sense because I bet you if you looked at the customer service emails of Dr. Nick's and a lot of other companies, the tone is very different.
Yeah.
And the tone, I know, because I hear people that reach out to me that are like, what's going on with this company? Blah, 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 blah. I don't get that when people reach out to me about Dr. Nick's. It comes from a place of like understanding, of compassion, and just wanting to make sure everything's right. Of course, things happen, but people go about it in such a positive way. And I think that happens because of the transparency that G Squared said right there. People know you're not out to get them. They know that you are a face behind the company. And so that is refreshing. It is really cool to see.
It is. And you know what's interesting about that too is I feel like if you try to portray yourself, if you hide all your mistakes and you try to portray yourself as perfect, I would have to imagine that when something does go wrong, it's a lot more stressful than when something goes wrong for us, right? Because you got to wonder about like, how am I going to hide it? What story am I going to tell? How am I going to dance around it? Like all these mental gymnastics that I feel like people have to do. You know, it's honestly a lot less stressful when issues do come up because we don't have to make up a bunch of stories and hide them. Like we just tell you guys like, oh, well, this happened. So we're not perfect. And here's what we're doing about it. And it really does change it changes the tone. You know, it does. Like you said, it really does set the tone. It's like one of those things where it's just it's like if you're one of those people that makes up a bunch of stories all the time and tells people things, you know, and then you got to remember all those lies that you tell people, you know, and someone
we know, yeah.
Oh yeah. And I was just talking to Jill about it. And then like all of a sudden 10 years later, someone was like, oh man, tell them about that thing that happened in one of those cars to you when you were a teenager. And you're like, huh? And he's like, what do you mean, huh? Like it almost killed you, right?
Big deal.
And you were like, oh, right. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would have to equate it to probably feeling like one of those people, to be one of those companies that just, you know, has to spin doctor everything. But we don't have time for it. And honestly, I don't have the mental capacity to keep track of a bunch of stuff like that. So we just let it flow, man.
That's amazing. Amazing. And yeah, and it just, who would want that image of, like, for me, people will be like, oh my gosh, Dan, you have the perfect beard. I'm like, no, listen, let me show you today what my beard did and why I needed this. Let me do a transparency post that shows different color shirts, because you're going to meet me one day and I don't have a perfect beard. So I don't want you coming in being let down. You know, it's like, if I pull the curtains back, if anything, I want you to be like, oh, this is better than what I thought. So yeah, I don't like that, trying to be this perfect image. That's not cool. Or dealing with family health, dealing with mental health and stuff. I would never want to portray an image where it's like, all's perfect, fine and dandy. It's like, no, I can make the best out of every situation, but still know that stuff happens. You know, it's not perfect. And man, great comments. Jake says, I dig the behind the scenes stuff for sure. Once we got some stuff that's being worked on with Dr. Nixon, we are going to do another behind the scenes tour and random topics such as Hawaiian folklore. One of my favorite things from these entire 100 episodes is Nick telling Hawaiian stories. Folklore being number one, but lifestyle and culture and like his schooling. I find those stories, and any of Nick's like moving around stories and concert stories and stuff. Nick's just such a good storyteller. Jake, if I had to pick like a favorite episode, I think it's the Hawaiian folklore. I really do.
Dude, I mean, talk about enjoyable to tell, you know, stories about too. I love that one. I appreciate you saying good storyteller. You know, once in a while I'm wondering like, am I talking too much? Do people want to hear this story? Like, what's going on? So it's like I second guess myself a lot. But thankfully with this group, I'm like super duper confident in the fact that I think it's like, you know, things have been delivered well and people have received them really well. And it's like, it's a great back and forth. So it's going to keep coming. You guys haven't shut off this faucet yet.
No, great storyteller. I can't get enough. And Dan B says, number one, got me as the human element, especially all they do for the community. And they're a mass-based company. Love the quality of the products. Love that.
Awesome, man.
Ooh. Moose says, what is the single best taco ingredient?
Carnitas.
Ooh.
I mean, you don't really have to think about that one too much. You know, it's like, and then of course, you know, I'll make second place a twofold one. You know, people who like steak, I'd say carne asada is the second best ingredient. And people who like steak and they like chicken, I'd say slow cooked chicken thighs is probably the best, you know, second bet for me. So it's like pork is king, you know, in Mexican food, in my opinion. But it's like, you know, I'd go pork for me personally. I'd go pork, carnitas specifically. Then chicken. Then probably for me shrimp. I like shrimp tacos a lot.
The disrespect for beef, my God.
No, yeah, I just don't eat it, So it's like it's not that it's one of those things where I cook it. I'll do thin sliced carne asada for people. I make a damn good carne asada actually, and that is one of the few types of beef that I will eat because you slice it so thin and grill it, it's pretty much just dissolves when you chew it. It's like I'll get behind that all the damn time. I don't get to do it much because Jill can't eat beef, which pretty much I'm gonna pull fiction line here. It's like, well, my wife doesn't eat beef, which pretty much means that I don't eat beef. Pull a little Samuel L. Jackson line out of the closet real quick, but
accurate.
Thankfully, I didn't really eat much beef beforehand either. But no, carnitas, man, carnitas is where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know if Brandon's still in the chat, and Brandon, I don't know if you heard on a previous episode, but Jill had the Lone Star tick as well. Brandon has a family member that has that, so just crazy. Arden.
Sam Sauce is the name of that company, by the way.
Yep.
And it's spelled like Sam Sahouse.
Yeah. Sam Sahouse. And great dude. Let me get that up here. We'll drop you guys a link for Mr. Sam.
And Jill's totally right. Even being allergic to beef, she definitely still eats more beef than I do.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, so yeah, Sam Sahouse. What's up, Arden? Ken says TMI is almost always just the right amount of I.
Oh, what's up, Arden? How you doing, man?
And Zach says, I feel like the transparency along with the hard work put into delivering what is talked about is a big part of Dr. Nick's success.
I would like to think that it is, Zach. I think, transparency is the name of the game. It's once in a while, I could probably do with a little bit of a filter, but I just can't find it. I think I came with one, but I lost it a real long time ago.
Yeah. And I love, Zach, that you picked up on that with the transparency. We talk about that every episode and how important it is. But you're right. There is another side to that equation. You could have all the transparency in the world, but if the product's crap or you're not getting stuff done, what good is the transparency to come back and keep saying, sorry, guys, you do need the other end to that equation. That's very, very perceptive. I like that, Zach, a lot.
It is because you can't just hide behind like over transparency either, right? It doesn't get
and we know people like that.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't in any way get you out of doing a good job and delivering a good product, right? If you didn't actually come through at the end of all the explanation, well, then you're just one of those people that just talks about things and doesn't actually do it.
Yep.
I think, we have things that we talk about and they come out quick. We have things we talk about that take a while. I think everyone's pretty much in the loop the whole time. So,
yeah. And so on this one, Nick and I haven't discussed it specifically yet. But the National Beard, let me pull this up here. So I know Worlds is in Pittsburgh, and we've talked about that. That's July 4th on 2025. But Nationals, when is that, Ken? Now, unfortunately for Nick and I, it's about as far away as it gets, and it's in the state of Washington. Not Washington, D.C. That would be a totally different story, but the state of Washington. It would be November 2nd, and that's of this year.
November 2nd. Yep, there it is. Okay, 2024, November 2nd. Oh man, yeah, look at that, huh? Man, that's one heck of a little theater they're throwing that thing in, huh? It's cool.
Is it pretty sweet?
Yeah, it's in the historic Everett Theater.
Wow.
Man, hey, you know what? It sounds pretty freaking cool. Like if something worked out where we could swing that, I'd be pretty into it. I just know November is going to be pretty nuts. But let's put that. Let's think a little more on that one.
Yeah. Thanks for putting it on the radar. Like an hour from Seattle. Okay. I did put a link in the chat in case anybody wants to check out the website for that competition. It does, to be super transparent, it does add an element of reigning, defending national champion.
It kind of does. Like, I don't want to set the wrong tone by not showing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it'd be close to G squared.
Oh, it is. Oh boy. Okay. It's going on the notepad.
Oh, when that happens, guys, things happen. So just understand. What's up, Donald Good to see you, my friend. Awesome. Okay. Interesting. All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You got us thinking, Ken.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
Yeah, you got us thinking.
And the logo for it this year is a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You got the Sasquatch looking at me right here on the website. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yep. And especially Pacific Northwest, that fits right there. Everett. Here you go. That
New
theater
category
is
this year too.
Really pretty. Really pretty. What's the new category?
Oh no, I was saying I'll be in a new category, but who knows? Maybe who knows if they even have a category for it.
For length, you're right.
Yeah, categories. Here we go. So let's see. We got partial beards, full beards, 21 categories of full beard.
Wow.
So we got full beard, groomed, over 24 inches. So that was the category last year. I was in category 32 last year, which is full beard, groomed, 18 to 24. And then if there's not enough competitors to fill this class, at least 3 competitors might be moved to an adjacent class. And then you have full beard, groomed, over 24. So I will be, if I did it, I would be in the full beard, groomed, over 24.
Okay. And to give you guys the definition of this one would be a well-presented beard, but also the overall groomed presentation from head to toe. Grooming aids permitted, all lengths over 24 inches accepted. If there are not enough competitive, okay, so that one is, you were saying category 33, right?
Yes.
So that includes the ensemble, that includes the fit, that includes the tattoos. I like that.
I kind of like that too. That's I feel like I didn't do that last year, and I feel like that would be a great thing to do this year.
I feel like Jill could have some fun planning like the outrageous outfit and costume, like whatever it is, like steampunk or something wild.
Oh no, you know me, man. It's like I gotta be true to myself. So it would be like a well-groomed version of what everyone knows me as, for sure.
Okay.
And if I had to pick, honestly, what would probably fall into my wheelhouse there, it would be nice fitting jeans, sport coat, and a t-shirt. I mean, that's me all day when I wanna dress it up a little.
Business class, Nick.
That's it. Business class. I like that. Yep.
I like that. Okay. All right.
But not like the business class that goes from Boston to New York. We're talking like British Airways, business class. It's gonna be understated but very nice.
Yeah. All right. So Nick, to put you on the spot here, 100 episodes. We just talked about the value and why we love this, enjoy this. Has there been anything that you've learned that really surprised you, whether it's about the community, whether it's about the company, whether it's about the live stream process, whether it's about just being committed weekly to a stream and never missing? And again, I know that's putting you on the spot there, but is there anything where you're like, yeah, I did not expect this. I was baffled by this, or anything at all? Because like for me, I'm surprised at how much I enjoy this time slot. I think it is really nice to break up the day. I think it's really nice that people use it as kind of like a break from work. I think it's really, really nice to have the replay value that people can listen to it at dinner, that people can listen to it as they get ready for bed. And that it's been like such a pleasant surprise where so many people, especially content creators, have even commented to you where they're like, you get really good numbers for the day. And it's like, yeah, it's really, really cool. And going in, of course, anybody would be worried because it's not really been done before that somebody has a consistent stream in the beard world during the day. And I have learned that it's got a really cool niche. And I really appreciate you guys kind of giving us some legs with this time slot. It just seems to work so well.
Dude, I can definitely echo that one. Like the time slot surprised the heck out of me that it works for so many people. So I won't steal yours but I can definitely agree with it. I'd say my biggest surprise, I don't know, it's just I had no idea that we had such a diverse group of people in our community. Like there's just about every walk of life and every type of talent exists inside this community. There's not much that you can talk about that someone in this community is not going to pick up on and be able to talk about and enjoy. So I think that's a huge part of it for me, and I will throw in one more is that I guess, and this isn't like a realization, like something I learned or something, anything else. It's kind of small, I guess, but the first time from this community and people who have, watched these videos after the fact and they comment and they, they don't watch them live, but maybe they do. There's, the first time someone asked, they placed an order for like a hat, and the first time someone sent in an email asking if I'd be willing to sign it, I had never in my entire life ever before been asked to sign anything except for a speeding ticket or a check. And it's like it literally blew me away. Like I came downstairs with the email one time and I'm like, someone wants me to sign their hat. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
And it's just one of those things. It's like I don't know why it gave me such a giggle, but it did. It's just one of those things that just hasn't happened before in life, and it happened with this. But I mean, no, the attendance to this blew me away. Learning about you guys and what you do and the things that you're good at and the stuff that you're into and the music everyone likes and the food and all that. That's been the biggest experience for me, is getting to connect with you guys. And I had no idea what talented, interesting people are here. And I'm glad I do.
It's so cool. I couldn't agree more. And Caden, I love that he says, every time I get the stream notification, it brightens my day. Same.
Awesome.
And I'm going to ask you guys, nobody has to do anything here, but I think it's just kind of cool. Even before Nick said that last part, I was going to do this. If you guys don't mind, put a comment in the chat with just a little bit of like a summary about you, just to show how diverse this community is. If you don't mind sharing like your age, just like a general location, and then anything that, like Nick said, that you do, that you're good at. It could have to do with your career. It could have to do with your hobbies or your interests. And again, do not share anything that you're not comfortable with. Anytime I ask questions, people always accuse me of like trying to get information to steal people's identities. I got the guy here who protects the world from that. Like I'm not doing that at all. But it can show you how diverse. Yeah, we have experienced age humans in here. We've got young humans in here. We have every walk of career and interest. And I really think it's kind of cool to attach some of this to you guys. And like right here, like Reggie, 29, South Haven, truck driver, father of 3 daughters. That tells me so much. Like father of 3 daughters, like, man, that's amazing. It's a lot, but it's amazing. Truck driver, you're willing to do whatever you can for your family to make sure they're provided and they're well. You're also a backbone of this country and delivery and stuff. So, man, I love that
too, man.
Super dangerous. Yeah. No doubt.
I watched that guy on YouTube that does all like the truck driver recap incidents and stuff like that. He's like I forget his name, but he's a truck driver and he does a lot of his streams like from his truck.
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw a video yesterday of a guy who got a truck at a truck stop, went too close and carved out the side of his truck. He just got done filling out the accident report. Somebody else hit him on the other side. He lost it. He went crazy. And I'm like, oh, man. Oh, man.
God.
And here's some quick ones. Donald is 53 years from Jersey, IT executive who enjoys boating, fishing, and family. Come on now. Dan B, 55 from West Mass. He is a customer service specialist and technical supervisor.
If I look half that good at 55, by the way, Dan, I'm going to be pretty stoked, man. Like you say 55, and I'm like, you said that on your birthday, and I was like, let me see an ID. I don't buy it. You're sandbagging.
Crazy. And man, look at Ken, 35, Indiana, valedictorian, 2 master degrees, community engagement for a nonprofit. My skills include Spanish language and profane humor.
Now, how does that work if you have Spanish humor and profane language?
Right.
Those are both kind of, those are both talents. All 4 of those.
Man, amazing. And we cannot forget about the wonderful women in this community and world. Amber is one of the, where'd it go? Amber is one of the ladies. Kevin and I joined in January, 44 years old, nursing director over quality case management and utilization review. I have my MSN and MBA from Illinois. Wow.
Dang.
Super
You got some
impressive.
commas after that name on your signature line.
Jeez, look at Timothy, 44, retired Navy submarine master chief. Like, we have submarine master chiefs watching this stream and listening to us. What the heck?
Then 20 years in Hawaii. Yeah, I remember we talked about that when way back when.
That's so crazy. So dang crazy. We got 63 involved in running, track and field. Wow. Track meets road races, married for over 30 years to a track coach. And dude, wow. So cool. So cool.
That's what I mean, man. Like, we have like literally every walk of life and talent in here.
28 years old, right? Father of two. I mean, we have it all. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Man. So, wow. Okay. With that said, I want to kick off the giveaways just so we can get those, and then we will know exactly how much time we have left to talk about you guys and talk about how much we love this. And so I'm going to get a link in the chat. You guys know the deal here. Super simple. You don't need to buy anything. This isn't an add-on. It's not to push any kind of products or anything like that. This is an actual thank you for 100 episodes, giving away 100 ounces. And we have an additional Dan B giveaway, which we'll do first here. As you guys are entering, hopefully you can still listen. Nick, if you don't mind, I know it's a lot, but one more time, could you read the two different Dr. Nick's giveaway packages that you came up with for today?
Yep, absolutely. So the first one we're going to do is the 42-ounce giveaway, I'm assuming. And we're going to be doing a Yule Tree body wash. Yep, this is the right one. Yule Tree body wash. Yule Tree beard wash, beard conditioner, all in Yule Tree, an unscented face wash, unscented butter, Yule Tree oil, and an unscented oil. And then for giveaway number 2, 58 ounces total, you're going to get peppermint rosemary, just about everything. It's going to be peppermint rosemary body wash, beard conditioner, hair conditioner, and an unscented face wash, unscented butter, peppermint rosemary oil, and an unscented oil.
Ah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Boom.
And first, the one we're going to do right away is one that was purchased by Dan B and donated to the giveaway for this beautiful community. And that is going to be for a butter, an oil, and a growth stem oil. A butter and oil, growth stem oil. And Jill, I believe you know this, but if you're listening, Dan purchased it already, and it was set to not be delivered, I believe. And so that one is an order in the system, but we'll get the name and the information and everything right here.
And a retired master sergeant in here.
Goodness gracious. It's like I love knowing those things, but then at the same time, I'm like, now I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's like, man, we got some badasses in this.
Right, right.
Man, better straighten up, make sure my bed's made right.
So cool. So dang cool. Okay, here is our first potential winner, and this is going to be the Dan B giveaway. The Dan B giveaway. We have, and you guys have great odds too, by the way. We don't have the craziest amount of people, amazing amount of people, but it's like you got a pretty good shot at winning some stuff here, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, you do.
And so if this is you, just drop a comment. We know you're here, so you're going to get it. Nobody's left yet. But do we have for the Dan B giveaway, the suspense, the drama, Mr. Will D. V? Congratulations, Will. You won, man. If you guys can throw a congrats in the chat, Will, you won the Dan B giveaway.
Congrats, Will. And thanks again, Dan. That's awesome, man. We really appreciate it.
So cool. And Leo, 79, lots of out-of-the-box computer experience sales, market research, looking for more. That's so cool.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
There he is.
Awesome, Will. Thank you for all the support.
With the remarkably clean sunglass lenses.
Oh, that's one of my downfalls. I am not great at keeping sunglass lenses clean. I don't have like microfibers around me enough to be able to keep them clean.
Mine are pretty good.
You good at it?
I mean, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous there.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. I keep them pretty clean. Once I stop putting them on my shirt behind my beard, they're a whole lot cleaner.
If Gleam is arguing with you, just go to your settings, clear the cache, clear the cookies, and then refresh, and then you should be good to go again. So I don't know how all that works, but essentially, if you do it within too much in a time frame, your browser gets all, I don't know. But when it does well.
Yeah, Jill. She'll buy a pair of $300 sunglasses and just put them straight on top of the hat, stretch out the arms, and bend over to pick something up. They fall on the ground. So yeah, she just has really expensive headbands that are made by like Ray-Ban and she's got some Maui Jim headbands. Those are pretty coul. She has a pair of Burberry headbands.
So what do you do? Because this is my predicament. I was never a sunglasses guy before. You do that?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what to do. I don't know. Are you part of the Big Melon Squad?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it ruins my glasses. And so
you
essentially,
buy the right ones.
Okay, we go into stores. Sam will throw her glasses in her little like fanny pack, her little purse. I don't know what to do with mine. And if I put them in my pocket, I'm going to break them.
Mm-hmm.
If I put them on my shirt, my beard gets all over it and gets it all greasy.
Mm-hmm.
But that scares me. Like all right.
I mean, I can move around and look back and look down. They don't go anywhere. But,
Okay.
I kind of intentionally buy glasses that have the spring arms. Like these don't have much of a spring to them, but they're plastic, so they flex.
Okay.
And they don't stretch, So I actually, I'll do that before I buy a pair of glasses. If they're too slippery, if they don't stay on, I won't buy them.
Because I like wearing them, but like let's say you're out parked in the back of a parking lot, and it's like we're going in somewhere. I don't want to have glasses in my pocket. I don't want to have them elsewhere. But when you get out of the store or you get out of the restaurant or the movies, and it's just like I can't see, like I need a solution. So I might have to try that because I normally always have a hat on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of available to me.
I'll do it with no hat too, but the problem is then I get the dents on the top of my head, so I go like this.
Oh yeah.
And then whenever I walk in somewhere, I got these 2 red dents right here that are like red on my head. So
I can see that.
Bald guy struggles.
All right. My dad shaved his head 2 days ago for the first time. He has a friend going through chemo, breast cancer, and so has like a solidarity thing, and it looks good. He kind of looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, kind of does. So I don't know if it's a glimpse into the future or not, but hey, that's
not a bad look. That's where you're headed.
Yeah, hey, we'll take it. All right. Let's go ahead and draw the second winner. Back of my collar. Interesting, Jacob. Okay, so you put it on the back.
I got a buddy that puts his on. He does this. He does this thing where he flips them, and it just lives in.
Oh. Okay, you guys are giving me some food for thought.
But that's what he does. Then again, no one should ever do what Brian does.
What's that? Oh, on the back?
Yeah, well, just anything in general. Like if you see Brian do it, be like, probably shouldn't do that.
Good rule of thumb. All right, yeah, I'll show you guys my dad bald real quick. I'm not saying it looks exactly like him, but it's kind of that like that appearance here. So this is my pops. This is Ted, and so that's him with the bald head. He's always had hair, and then he's rocking the bald now.
Dude, he looks good.
Yeah, I thought so. It's round. It's not anything lumpy or anything like that.
No, he doesn't have any dents. Like there's no residual soft spot, flat hot spots or anything.
Yeah. So who knows? We'll see.
Looking good, Ted. Looking good.
All right. Yeah, I'll let them know. Our next winner is for the 42 ounces of Dr. Nick's products, and this one, Nick, is Yule Tree, correct?
Yes. This is primarily anything that we don't have in Yule Tree will come unscented with this one.
There you go.
Yeah, that would have been a much easier way to describe it. Like just say all of this is Yule Tree except for the stuff we don't have in Yule Tree, and here's what you're getting. Like there's an example of me being long-winded in an inappropriate way.
Yeah. Oh no, that's so funny. He just wants to make sure you guys are informed. That's it. All right. For the 42-ounce winner, we have Mr. Zach H.
Yeah.
Zach H.
Congrats, Look at that, dude. You're gonna be pumped, man.
Yeah, I have a feeling he likes Yule Tree too. He seems like a Yule Tree kind of guy.
Just a little bit. Yeah, he's a fan, so he's gonna be pumped.
Awesome. And I know they have your information, so they probably don't even need to reach out to you, Zach. They will get that all taken care of. And then our final one is the big one. And again, guys, sincerely, 100 episodes in a row. 100 episodes that I've looked forward to. There's not my wife, there's nobody in this world that you could be like, oh yeah, Dan's like, oh, gotta go stream and stuff. It's like, no, this is so fun. And again, we're just getting started. We have interviews, we've got tours coming, we've got tangents, we've got the tangent roulette wheel, which I'm excited to do again. So, man, thank you guys for allowing me to do what we do here. And shoot, the last person winning this one, and I want to be like, oh my God, such a great person, but I don't think there's anybody we could draw where I wouldn't think that way. And nope. So it's almost not effective. And I mean that. There's not a single person in here where I'd be like, oh, they want it. Okay. You know, it's like, they're amazing. They're amazing.
No, literally, we're doing this because, like, I wish I could give it away to all of you. Like,
yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's every single one of you is, I'm going to be pumped no matter who wins these.
Yep. All right. Our final winner, 58 ounces of primarily peppermint, or is this one all?
It's peppermint, rosemary, everything. So peppermint rosemary is going to come in the body wash, the beard wash, beard conditioner, hair wash, hair conditioner, and in a single peppermint rosemary oil, and then unscented face wash, butter, and an unscented oil.
Insane. The head hair products as well. Wow. And if you don't have head hair, there's people in your life.
You know what? And if you don't, you're gonna turn someone else on to what we do by giving it away to them.
Facts. All right. The winner of the big 58 ounces, that's crazy, is Mr. Whiskers and Whiskey. Jim, congrats, dude. You have won this giveaway.
Because you're right in New Hampshire seacoast there, which I imagine being a telephony guy in the seacoast of New Hampshire, I bet that we have a partner that we've both worked with up there, Green Pages, that's now Blue Mantis. But I bet you know a guy that I know. His name is Ralph Kindred, and he is an old Mytel guy, and he's in the New Hampshire seacoast area. So I'd be surprised if you're a telephony guy in New Hampshire and don't know Ralph. And guaranteed doing that for you've definitely interacted, I'm sure, with Green Pages and those guys over there. So right on, man. It's like a fellow in technology, a fellow New Englander, and man, right on.
That's so cool. And I've had the pleasure of being able to meet Jim. Such a kind guy, so fun to talk to, and man, again, just such a positive member of this community and literally what this stream is about. So we are celebrating 100 streams today, you guys, but it's not an end. Like I said, we are just going. We are just getting this party started, and we have so many ideas, and I'm pumped for the fall. I'm pumped for things to kind of like cool down. Literally, I'm over this heat. Literally. And so we're going to keep this one coming. And please don't be shy. Reach out if you guys need anything. Reach out if you have ideas. This is a community. You drive not only the path of the Dr. Nick's products, but also the Doctor's Orders live stream. From me to you guys, thank you. I'm going to kick it over to the head honcho over here. And shout out to Jill, by the way. You're amazing, Jill. Nick, final words on episode 100, triple dig, big baby.
Dude, I can't, again, like I said at the beginning, I can't even believe it. And this is not a farewell. Hooray, we did 100 episodes. See you guys later. This is like literally, like Dan said, just getting started. This is a welcome in, like welcome into the rest of what we're doing. Like, thanks for being here. Here's to 100 more. Exactly what Jill says is, I mean, again, this was for you guys. I wouldn't have dared put this out anywhere because we would have had a bunch of people in here we don't even know. And there are going to be giveaways like that where we are trying to bring in new audience. But this is a thank you to you guys. And talk about not being happier. Again, would have been happy with anybody. But talk about just being so excited about the people who won these, right? I mean, it's just, it's huge. You're using your FaceTime camera fun time there? There you go.
Just playing
Oh man, here I am being all heartfelt, and Dan's playing with his thumbs up emojis.
Sorry guys.
Why I just love him to death. Wouldn't change one little whisker. But guys, thank you, and we'll see you again next week, which is gonna be can you even believe it? August 6th. Next week is August. First of all, let's just cover that really quick. Where the hell did that come from? But no, we'll see you here August 6th, same place, same time. Dan's going to be